Asterisk, there's a moment I will never forget. I was sitting in a classroom, surrounded by people speaking English. I understood some of it enough to know they were laughing, sharing stories, connecting. But I sat there, silent. My heart was racing. I wanted to speak, to join in, to say just one sentence. But the words stayed locked inside, and I remember thinking, why is it so hard? Why can't I just say something? If you're watching this video, maybe you've felt that too. Maybe you've wanted to speak English, to join conversations, to make friends, to share your ideas, but fear, doubt, and hesitation held you back. Today, I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. And more importantly, you have the power to change this. In this video, we're going to explore one of the most powerful and life-changing habits to improve your English, talking to people in English, not just studying, not just listening to videos, not just memorizing vocabulary, but real conversations with real people. Because fluency is not just about perfect grammar or knowing big words. It's about connection. It's about sharing your thoughts, your feelings, your story. And the best part, you don't have to wait until you're ready. You can start today. Part 1. WHY talking to people changes everything. Let's be honest. Learning English can sometimes feel like a lonely journey. We study from books, apps, and YouTube videos just like this one, and we keep it all in our heads. But when it comes time to speak, something strange happens. Our minds freeze, our hearts race, and the words seem to disappear. Why does this happen? Because language is not meant to live only in your head. It's meant to live between people. It's meant to connect. Think about how children learn language. They don't sit in a room memorizing vocabulary lists. They interact. They talk to their parents, their friends, their teachers. They make mistakes. They laugh. They play. And through all these real interactions, they become fluent. For adults, it's the same. You can study for years, but if you don't use the language with people, fluency will always feel far away. Talking to people does something powerful. It forces your brain to think faster. It helps you turn passive knowledge into active skills. It builds your confidence. It teaches you real-world language, the kind you don't find in textbooks. And most importantly, it reminds you that English is not just a subject, it's a tool for human connection. Part 2. Overcoming the fear of speaking. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'm scared to speak. What if I make mistakes? What if people laugh at me? What if I can't understand their answer? I hear you, and I want to tell you something important. Fear is normal. Every English learner, even the most confident ones you see online, has felt nervous before speaking. But here's the key. They didn't wait for the fear to disappear. They spoke through the fear. They spoke through the fear. Let me tell you a story. A friend of mine, Maria, moved from Brazil to Canada. When she arrived, she spoke almost no English. For weeks, she stayed quiet, afraid to talk to anyone. One day, she decided she couldn't live like that anymore. She walked into a coffee shop and forced herself to say, "Hi, can I get a coffee, please?" Her voice shook. She felt embarrassed. But you know what happened. The barista smiled and gave her a coffee. Nothing bad happened. Day by day, she kept pushing herself for small sentences at first, then longer conversations. A year later, Maria was giving presentations at work in English. The fear didn't disappear before she started speaking. The fear disappeared because she kept speaking. So, here's my message to you. You don't need to wait until you're perfect. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You don't need to wait until you know every word. Start now. Start small. Start with the courage you have today. Part 3. Practical tips to start talking to people in English. Okay, now let's get practical. How can you start talking to people in English, even if you're shy, nervous, or don't have many opportunities? Here are some powerful tips. 1. Start small, but start today. Say hello to someone. Leave a comment on an English YouTube channel. Send a message on a language app. Ask a classmate, "How was your weekend?" These small steps build your confidence. 2. Use language exchange apps. Apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, and Speaky connect you with English speakers around the world. Many of them want to practice your language too, so you both help each other. 3. Join online communities. Find Facebook groups, Discord servers, or online forums for English learners. These are great places to meet people and start conversations. 4. Practice with voice messages. If speaking live feels scary, start by sending short voice messages. You can think before you speak and listen to yourself, which helps you improve. 5. Join speaking clubs or local groups. Look for English-speaking clubs, Toastmasters, or meetup groups in your city. These give you real-world speaking practice. 6. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. Describe what you're doing out loud. I'm making tea. I'm going to the store. Practice thinking in English when you're alone. This prepares your brain for real conversations. Part 4. The power of asking good questions. One of the best ways to have great conversations is to ask good questions. Imagine someone asks you, "Do you like music?" You say yes, and the conversation stops. But if they ask, "What kind of music do you like? Why do you like it? Who's your favorite singer?" Now you have so much more to say. Here are some examples of good questions to ask. What do you enjoy doing on weekends? How did you start learning English? What's your favorite movie or TV show? What's something interesting about your country? These open-ended questions invite longer answers and they show the other person you're interested. Part 5. Listening is half the conversation. Many learners focus so much on what to say that they forget one important truth. Listening is half the conversation. When you listen carefully, you learn new vocabulary and expressions. You understand pronunciation and natural speaking rhythms. You show the other person respect and interest. So, don't worry about speaking all the time. Make space for the other person. Ask follow-up questions like why. Or can you tell me more about that? Part 6. Dealing with mistakes and embarrassment. Let's talk about something we all fear: making mistakes. Here's a secret. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Native speakers make mistakes too. They forget words, change sentences halfway, or mix up grammar. The difference is, they don't judge themselves as harshly. When you make a mistake, smile or laugh about it. Correct yourself if you can. Keep going. Most people are kind and understanding. They care much more about your message than your grammar. Remember, you are brave for trying. You are courageous for practicing. And every mistake you make brings you one step closer to fluency. Part 7. The transformation over time. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You walk into a room, you see people speaking English, and this time, you join the conversation. You share your ideas, you laugh at their jokes. You connect, not perfectly, but confidently. That future version of you is not a dream. It's the result of small steps taken every day to speak English with people. Every hello, every comment, every voice message, every conversation, they all add up. There's a moment you will remember in the future. You will look back and think, that was the moment I decided to stop being silent. That was the moment I chose courage over fear. Let today be that moment. Don't wait. Don't hide behind your textbooks. Don't let fear steal your voice. Go out there. Talk to people. Make mistakes. Laugh. Learn. Connect. Because English is not just about words, it's about people. If this video inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps this channel reach more English learners like you. And in the comments, tell me, who will you talk to in English this week? I can't wait to hear your answers, and I'm cheering for you every step of the way. Are you afraid to speak English? In this inspiring video, discover why talking to people is the most powerful way to improve your English. Learn practical tips, overcome your fear, and start your journey to fluency today.